Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 here, back to another kicking comic book video. We got a fun one today. Batman Detective Comics Volume 6, Fall of the Batman. You know, in the last volume, that future Tim Drake was warning him about Batwoman's actions and how it would cause a dark future, and those actions take place in this book. I'm going to read you the back of the book, as I try to always remember to do. A team in crisis. Red Robin has returned, resuming his work in Gotham City as well as his romance with Stephanie Brown. The spoiler, these two, along with Batwoman, Clayface, Batwing, Azrael, and Orphan, help Batman reduce the threat of crime to the citizenry. But their success comes with a horrible price. The first victim and his victim syndicate want one thing, to make Batman pay. They have turned the whole city against the Batman in protest, abducted Clayface, and threatened to release all of Arkham's most dangerous villains if Batman doesn't unmask on live television. Everything Red Robin has built to ensure a new future for the team could crumble if the victim syndicate triumphs, or if one member of the team makes a decision that could tear them apart. Plus a look at Basil Karlo's tortured life from being the son of a distant man of 1,000 faces father, the accident that turned the rising celebrity into the shape-changing Clayface. From writer James Tynion IV, and a spectacular art team including Joe Bennett, Miguel Mendoza, and Eddie Barrows, comes the newest volume of Detective Comics, collecting issues 969 through 974 and annual number 1. So it sounds a little thicker than usual, which is fine. Sorry it's a little dark. I can't get this light to work for some reason. But, so a lot happens. Tim Drake returned in the last one, and he reveals his living self to Stephanie. We get a new mayor. All kinds of fun stuff happening. Killer Moth is in it, which is cool. I like Killer Moth. I think if writers took Killer Moth seriously, he could be a cool villain. Killer Moth could be a cool villain if writers took him seriously, but because of his dumb-looking outfit, nobody does. Writers won't take him seriously just because his outfit's stupid. If they took him seriously, he could be a cool villain. He really could. But anyways, Tim Drake decides not to go back to school, and he doesn't tell Stephanie, and he kind of hides it from her. She finds out he's hiding it from her, and that's not good for them. The Victim Syndicate takes over Arkham. It seems like villains are always taking over Arkham. And the Victim Syndicate obviously is doing it for revenge and not for justice, because they're willing to have lots of innocent people killed in this book in order to make their point. Clayface's cure is made, and it actually reveals that the doctor making his cure is transgender, which I did not know. But that actually is really good. Not only is it a diversity win, but it helps her kind of relate to Clayface as someone who's not comfortable in their own skin, etc., etc. So it's actually a really good choice for the book. Really good choice for the book. But, yeah, so the Victim Syndicate's plan, part of their plan is to abduct Clayface and take him off of his band for so long that he becomes a raging monster again. And he does become a raging monster again and attacks, and they have to fight him, and he gets to the Belfry. And during the fight, all of the mud from the mud room joins into Clayface, and he becomes a giant kaiju Clayface. Even Batwoman calls him a kaiju Clayface after he destroys the Belfry. And it's pretty crazy. So the Victim Syndicate is directing this kaiju Clayface into a crowd of people protesting Batman so that they will be slaughtered by Clayface, who they have already revealed to the public has been working with Batman. So it'll look like Batman is directly responsible for all of these deaths. But Anarchy was working with Victim Syndicate, and he turned against them because he kind of has his own code of sorts. And Batwoman's father gives her a gun that can break down Clayface's molecular structure. She uses it on Clayface, and it kills Clayface. So that was the shot that the future Tim Drake was talking about, was her putting this bullet in Clayface and killing him, which really upset my girl Orphan, because Clayface was like one of her besties. So Batwoman is kind of kicked off the team. Cassandra even rips Batwoman's bat symbol off of her. And her dad gives her a colony outfit. And to be honest, killing Clayface was really the only move they had left, but Batwoman was the only one willing to make that choice. And then Azrael and Batwing were like, did she make the wrong choice? It wasn't that bad. And Batman was like, if you want to side with her, you can side with her, but you're off the team if you do. And honestly, throughout this whole book, you can kind of see Tim Drake becoming his future Batman self. Because he has this plan to, like, replace the police in the city with bats. And replace ambulances with bat ambulances. And he kind of has a plan to take over the city, which he sees as philanthropy. But it's really not. It's really masked vigilantes who no one's identity anyone knows controlling the entire city. You can see how that could be a very bad thing. And we see in the flash forwards how it is a very bad thing. And you know Tim Drake, my favorite Robin, is going down the wrong path. And it's hard to watch. But he eventually falls to his knees and he's like, I can see it. I can see myself becoming this future Batman. It's his points are starting to make sense to me. And it's really, really sad. And it turns out the Ulysses Armstrong guy that was working for the colony got fired. And it looks like he's using the future Batman's brother Eye to take control of everything and manipulate the Bat family, like he's trying to manipulate Tim Drake into becoming this future Batman, it seems like. And I'm really excited for Volume 7, you guys. It's really great. Then we have The Curse of Clayface, which plays out kind of like an old movie. Even references Boris Karloff. It seems they play Clayface's dad was like an actor. This is the current origin for Clayface. So I guess it's kind of rewriting his origin from Batman the Dark Knight Volume 4 I think it was Volume 4, in the new 52. So they rewrite that origin. It's retconned. This is the new origin for Clayface. His dad was an actor who played monsters, and he told Basil to never let the world see the monster within him. So when Basil gets scarred and deformed, he sees it as the world seeing the monster within him, so he refuses to let anyone look at him that way. He breaks into Daggett Company to get the chemical that can make him fine again, and all this crazy stuff happens, and you see all the chemicals pouring on him in a fight with Batman, and you actually see him create Mudface, and it shows all that history and everything. So it's the current Clayface origin, and it's pretty sad, and it's pretty freaky, and it kind of references old movies and stuff, which is fun and cool, and it was a good origin for him. You know, I think it's a real sympathetic origin for him, and I really enjoyed it. So, Batman Detective Comics Volume 6, just like the other 5 volumes before it, is a must-read. It's a very good book. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to try to get some lights working before I do my next book. What will my next book be? I kind of want to do Super Sons of Tomorrow, but I haven't done Volume 2 of Super Sons yet, so my Volume 2 is in another state right now. I'm in Alabama filming this, so I can't do Super Sons of Tomorrow until I do that. But I have a few books with me. Maybe I'll do a Batman Beyond, probably Ragman. I think Ragman is what I'm going to do next, because I'm a big Ragman fan. I think he's underrated, and the trade for his new book is out, so I'll probably do that. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out the links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. But that is it. Thank you all once again, and I will probably go swim. I think I'm going to go swim. You know, it's 8 at night, but it's summer, so it's still hot out, especially down here in the south by the beach. So I think I'm going to go swim now. But that's it. Thank you all once again for your support, and I'll see you all later.